Over the past few months, I've really been enjoying using this AlphaESS BlackBee 1000 power station. It is a 1000 watt hour unit and I love everything that it can do compared to the older version of the Jackery 1000. Now, a few months ago, Jackery released their 1000 Pro, which is a direct competitor and much more comparable to this unit. And I've been asked by a number of you, which unit would I buy today? And to be honest, it's too close to call. It's going to matter on which features are important to you. So let me explain the winners in the categories first, and then I'll explain what's the same, because there is a lot the same between these two units. Let's start with which categories the Jackery Explorer 1000 Pro wins. Hands down, the thing that it is best at is charging speed. This is a huge improvement over the old version. The new version can accept 800 watts on an AC cord or 800 watts of solar charging. And that is a huge advantage and a huge improvement over the old version. 800 watts means you can charge this battery pack in about 2 hours using an AC cord or 800 watts of solar panels. Compared to the BlackBee 1000, the BlackBee can only handle 180 watts with the AC, but it can also handle 100 watts with a PD100 if you happen to have a PD100 charger in your home as well. So it could actually handle about 280 watts, but that's going to still take between 5 and 7 hours to charge on AC power. On solar power, it can only handle 200 watts, so that's still going to take quite a while to charge compared to the Jackery. But let's talk about that 800 watts of solar charging. First of all, by the way, the 800 watts of AC charging is just one cord, which is awesome. It doesn't need a brick like the BlackBee does. So you can plug it into a wall socket just about anywhere and plug it right into the unit. Don't have to worry about carrying this extra big clunky thing around. But now the 800 watts of solar charging, 800 watts is a lot, and it takes up a lot of real estate. Take a look at this photo. It's wonderful. 800 watts, 4 200 watt panels all out in the sun, but that's a lot of real estate. And honestly, it's a lot of money too. These panels run about $700 each, and they weigh about 17.5 pounds. So if we do some quick math, that's about 70 pounds of equipment to carry around on top of about the 25-pound weight of the unit itself. So you're actually carrying around more solar panel weight than you are the unit. But it does get you a lot of charging fast. So this is a great option if you have some type of field operation where you want to have power, you're not moving around every day, you know you're going to have the panels out in the middle of the day during the time that it's sunniest, such as if you're doing some field work, if you have a camp set up so that you come back to the camp every day and it's in the same place, great setup for that. You can have a lot of charging and never worry about running out of power. Matter of fact, if I hired a couple of porters and a Sherpa guide and went to the Himalayas, I could just blog forever from there. Well, I need some type of connectivity, but there's cell phone coverage in the Himalayas, so yeah, I can be set. A quick note on pricing. Right now, the Jackery is about $100 more, $1,100 on Amazon, as compared to $1,000 for the AlphaESS. But don't take this static review as the gospel. Prices change a lot on these units, and there's a lot of competition in the market. So oftentimes the prices will be knocked down for one or come up for the other. But more or less, they're about the same price, give or take 10%. Now let's switch over to which categories the AlphaESS BlackBee 1000 wins. First of all, it has this humongous light on the back. It takes advantage of the whole backside to be able to give you a very bright light, 3 different levels. You can see just how overexposed my face is from being that close. It is wonderful for camping. The Jackery says that it has a light, but it's just this little spotlight like that. So this is wonderful for camping. Plus it also has the most annoying little SOS light that I never use. But one thing I do like about it is that you don't have to cycle through that SOS in order to use the regular light. You just cycle through the different levels and turn it off. The BlackBee 1000 has wireless charging. Check it out. Those 2 little spots, those little logos on the top, those are both independent wireless charging pads. So you can charge your phone, you can charge headphones. You can't charge a watch though, like an Apple Watch. I haven't tried anything else, but those don't charge on here. Otherwise, you just give this little button right here, a little double press, you get a blue light on the top. You take your phone, 10 watts for each unit, and you can do your wireless charging. The other advantage is with the flip up handle, you've got that nice flat surface. That's one thing the older Jackery didn't have, and one thing I really like about the changes they made for the Pro is that they gave it just a single handle that flips up so that you can actually put things on top of here if you need to. It's nice and easy for storage. So bravo to them for copying that part of the design. The last item is one you might not care about, but I do because I actually use it quite a bit. So both units have a 12 volt outlet, kind of your cigarette car adapter as most of us think of it. And then the BlackBee has two of these 5525 adapters. These are just little bullet plug adapters that don't require you to have the whole 12 volt plug. You can have just one of the little bullet adapters. And there's a lot of things like the lights that I use in the studio here and some other accessories that use this 5525 outlet. Oh, I did forget one important item. So the PD100 port, that top USB-C port here, is PD100 bidirectional. So you can charge this unit with the PD100 port. So if you have an adapter, for instance, like this 130 watt charger that I reviewed previously, you can use that PD100 port to charge this unit. You don't even need the AC power plug to plug it in. Obviously it's going to take quite a bit longer because it's only 100 watts, but you can use that in combination with the AC outlet to give you about 270, 280 watts of charging. So that is another advantage. With the category winners declared, let's cover the things that are the same. They're both about the same capacity. They're around 1000 watt hours. They can both solar charge at 200 watts at the same rate. Yes, the Jackery can handle 800 watts total, but if you only had 200 watts for each panel, they would charge at the same rate. They both have two USB-A ports, the old style that you're used to, where you have to turn it the right way. But the Jackeries are 18 watts as compared to 10 watts for the BlackBee. Next, they both have that 12 volt plug, car adapter plug, 10 amps for each. They both weigh about the same, about 25 pounds, which is kind of at the edge of what is useful. The next grade up, about the 2000 watt hour batteries, they weigh about 50 to 60 pounds. And that's a little bit more than is easy to heft around. For instance, hang on a second. Yeah, so this is the BlackBee 2000. It is about the same class as the Jackery Explorer 2000 Pro, and it weighs about 56 pounds. So a big difference between this, which takes hefting, and this little guy, which is no problem one-handed. They both come with a 3-year warranty, as well as MPPT controllers for the solar charging and pass-through charging so that you can charge the unit while it is being used. Most importantly, both units have a Pure Sine Wave 1000 watt inverter with 3 AC outlets and a surge up to 2000 watts. And there you have it. I hope that explanation gives you a little bit of what you need to make your informed decision. These units are really similar. It depends upon what is important to you as far as is fast charging, or do you want that PD100 port and do you want the bright light on the back, or do you use these DC ports? If things like that are important to you, you might want to go with the BlackBee 1000. If really fast charging is important to you all the time, then you're going to want to go with the Explorer 1000 Pro.